I did it my way. Black ball from the game, come and catch the wave. Waiting on my downfall, gotta stay ahead. Don't just cut me off, patience hanging by a thread.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. The Johnny Dunn Show VeVe Pod number 15. Spider-Man on the VeVe app. Let's go! This is the first Marvel NFT of all time. Not only is it the first Marvel NFT on the VeVe app, this is the first Marvel NFT of all time. This is Spider-Man. Shout out to Martin, my boy on Twitter, big supporter. So I wanted to, use his NFT. He got a number 800. Huge, ultra rare. Animates, shoots his web up. It's crazy. Shout out to everybody else who got an ultra rare, a rare, uncommon, common. Shout out to everybody else who got a secret rare. Your boy, I got a secret rare today. Unbelievable. Today was just crazy. I know there was so much excitement, around the Marvel, announcement on Twitter. That was hype. First time we really saw a big brand, a big IP really go out there and, tweet about VeVe. Everybody in the VeVe community was just going crazy on Twitter. Make sure we educate these new users too, everybody, Make sure we're teaching them about the blockchain, why it's so important that, you get these limited digital assets. It's kind of like when CDs went digital streaming. But instead of unlimited music, these are limited digital premium licensed assets. That's why these are so important. So if we could educate all the new users, I think that's going to be huge. And, one more time, shout out to my boy Martin. Go follow him on Twitter. He got the number 800 ultra rare. Huge, these first ever Marvel NFTs are going to be big time.
Lot of fake friends, but they still wanna watch. Claim they don't like me, but they screenshot. Did a couple shows, but they still wanna talk. Called you out, had you stuttering like a bulk. Now I'm doing shows and I'm getting some love. Still getting hate, but I'm trying.
So here we have the rare Spider-Man. Now, there's 9,000 of these, and some people, may say that's too many editions, but VeVe has a long-term plan. VeVe plans on having tens of millions of people in this app. That's why they released Spider-Man as the first ever Marvel NFT, because Spider-Man is iconic, and they wanted to have some people not feeling left out, so they wanted to have the commons, the uncommons, even the rares have pretty good size edition count, because millions of people are going to be on this app, and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people are going to want Spider-Man. And here's the rare. It's jumping out of action. I love it. I think it's one of the best ones. I just had to buy it in the marketplace. Shout out to Martin. He sent this one over along with the ultra rare. I love the Spider-Mans. These are all FAs, even the commons and uncommons. And here we have Spider-Man, the common in the iconic pose right here. A lot of people complain about 30,000 editions, but what a lot of people fail to realize too is VeVe is built for tens of millions of users. This isn't your average crypto project that has 50,000 active wallets. No. This is built for mainstream mass adoption. VeVe is built to handle tens of millions of users one day. It's going to happen. It's just inevitable. This is going to be like a Facebook, Instagram, on everybody's iPhone. It's just a matter of time. So right now, this is the common Spider-Man. The first appearance ever. Like I said before, is not only the first Marvel NFT on the VeVe app. This is the first Marvel NFT in the world. So this is going to be a big deal. It's Marvel month. They're going to release the Hulk, Wolverine, epic, legendary IP brand characters. And so when it's all said and done, Spider-Man, even though it's a common, it's the first ever Marvel. So this is going to be huge. And one thing that Reese talked about in the AMA interview with Taps Trade, shout out to both Reese and Taps. Great interview. Check them out. Reese talked about how one day you're going to be able to charge a little fee to have people in your showroom. You may even be able to rent out your showroom, rent out collectibles one day. So I think people are going to really want a Spider-Man. Who knows? One day you're going to be able to use these characters in the VeVeverse. People are going to want to be swinging through the city with Spider-Man. Plus, in your showroom, you're going to want to show off your first ever Marvel NFT. And so if you can have it in your showroom, who knows? If your showroom's big enough, shout out to Reese with the name drop. He mentioned Johnny Dunn. Man, unbelievable. When I heard that, I lost my mind. But that's my goal. When I saw this platform, early March, I wanted to set myself up like a wax museum. But instead of a wax museum, like a digital museum. And I wanted to have people in my showroom interact with the collectibles. Who knows, play little mini games one day with the collectibles. But I wanted to have people come in, experience it, and charge a little fee and make a little passive income that way. And so it looks like it's going to be a possibility. So here's the clip.
We've been hinted at using our collectibles as avatars, possibly in the future. Will there be an actual functional economy where maybe we're able to like rent out a collectible or a space that's given in the VeVeverse?
Yeah, so those things I can probably touch on a little more, mostly because we have spoken about them. Yeah, I mean, those features are definitely part of the intention of the VeVeverse. You know, like if you've got a killer showroom like Johnny Dunn's showroom or something like that, maybe you can charge admission, right? It might cost you 1 gem to go in and check that showroom out, right? And that experience might be a bit limited if you're using a phone or that kind of thing. But when you've got AR glasses on, or, you know, it really can become more immersive as that technology develops. Well, then you can plug yourself into an immersive showroom. You know, you can be part of it. So there's definitely talk of that. Being able to lease your collectibles to other people. Like, we're all moving into this digital era, right? And this kind of immersive space. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see rap videos with DeLorean time machines behind them, or the Batmobile or something in the future, you know. And
Reese is going to start rapping, confirmed.
Yes, I think, yeah. You know, and like to enable that, well, maybe you need to, you know, someone wants to lease your number 41 DeLorean or something like that, right? So we really want to enable an economy, really, inside the VeVeverse. Now, again, from a development point of view, that's not going to be day one. You know,
right.
It's just not, it's not feasible to have that, right? I think the earliest iterations of the VeVeverse will be, you know, your showrooms or extensions of your showrooms, coinciding with this kind of ability to contact your friends. You know, maybe you can easily teleport to their showroom, things like that. I'm sure we'll have a big sort of VeVe City, for lack of a better term, you know, where we might have the main showroom with all the number ones in it set up in a way that you can come and interact, right? So same as the app.
And that was the iconic Spider-Man drop. First Marvel NFT of all time. So just like Reese said, Taps, you know, the interview with Taps, we're going to be able to rent these out. You know, so I think Spider-Man's going to be huge. People are going to want to rent out the first ever Marvel NFT. Just to experience that. Just to be able to take pictures with it and say, look, this is the first Marvel NFT of all time. Because there's so many Marvel fans, you know. There's so many. There's millions of Marvel fans out there in the world. And people are going to want to be able to say, part of the digital revolution, you know, the first Marvel NFT, the first premium licensed digital asset for Marvel. It's Spider-Man. So it's going to be legendary. You know, not only are we going to be able to rent out these collectibles like Reese said in the interview, we're going to be able to have our showrooms, have people be able to make passive income, renting out and being able to take a tour of your actual showroom, kind of like a wax museum. So it's just inevitable. You know, we just got to give them a little bit of time to actually be able to create it. And that's why I have this Todd McFarlane Batman here to end things off, because I just want to shout out to the team. Without VeVe, this is the first VeVe collectible ever that was ever released on the VeVe app. So I had to get a physical as well. So, you know, it's just crazy that, you know, I had to get the Rizzo 2 to match it, the first and the 100 of the Batman series. VeVe has came so far in such a short amount of time. Without VeVe, this would have never been possible. The first Marvel NFT would have never been possible. So shout out to the whole VeVe team. Because without them, you know, a lot of companies wouldn't have been able to pull off what they just pulled off in such a short amount of time. So got to give the VeVe team so much credit. They deserve all the credit in the world. And shout out to all the supporters, man. Everybody's been so much fun out there. It's been crazy just interacting, engaging with everybody. So shout out to everybody in the community. We tuning out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out.
Grinding every day and I did it my way. Black ball from the game, caught me catch the wave.